Yes, blessed love. Definitely give thanks for your. We definitely give thanks to the life giver and the keeper of life, Emperor Haile Selassie I, and welcome to another edition of the Tiger's Nest. This one, a YouTube version specifically, but of course, we are inviting you to join us for the Tiger's Nest, the Radio Anu version, which comes to you every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7 p.m. sharp. Yes, my family, give thanks for your presence with us again. And what we will be doing in a very short moment, we will be taking a look, prepping ourselves for the presentation on Sunday. Just a moment ago, you heard us speak about the international homeschool classes. Well, of course, you know that your brother is going to encourage you to contact us via the email, of course, Priest Isaac Institute at gmail.com to get some more information as it relates to such a very important program, definitely geared for the minds of the young ones, African heritage and astronomy. And please don't be afraid or ashamed to at least, even ask for a sample of exactly what the classes are all about. But for sure, as I was saying, I am highlighting the lecture for Sunday. I'm talking about the Divine Black. That's the upcoming online lecture. Give thanks for all of those who have already made their reservation. I mean, the subtitle for this is Africa's Presence in All Civilization. And of course, presented by myself, as I just said, it is this Sunday, my family. I'm talking about the 24th day of October 2021. And of course, the time is 7 p.m. Eastern Caribbean time. The admission is only $15, but you could get your ticket, which is your online ticket, your electronic ticket, your e-ticket. That will bring you straight to the webinar room. You could get it for $10 if you purchase that ticket before Thursday, the 21st day of October, at least before the end of Thursday, the 24th day of October. What's today's date? Hey, today's Thursday, the 21st day of October. So for sure, once it's still the 21st day of October and you contact us again, PriestIsaacInstitute at gmail.com, you could definitely make your purchase as it relates to getting your key. I'm talking about getting your electronic key for the lecture on Sunday. Okay, and of course, yes, to those who want to just go straight ahead and make their payments, of course, the CashApp and the PayPal, the link is in the description below this video. But of course, the CashApp, the $ Priest Isaac 27, and the PayPal is Priest Isaac Institute. For sure, you don't know the drill thereof. But as I said on Sunday, we'll be doing the lecture, The Divine Black. And basically, this is really going into, again, the presence of Africa as a foundation for not just civilizations, but for cultures, theologies, religions as well. And so we're going to be showing you exactly how the African presence influenced so many different aspects of life and or the lives, I should say, of many different people and cultures. And the fact that it has been purposely hidden from us is the reason why we are amplifying it. So we definitely mean that we have to, bring it to the forefront because it has been left in the back row for a long time. So we did a program earlier. We were talking about, what were we talking about? Bodhidharma. I'm sure many of you got to look at that one. If you didn't see that one, you should definitely go to the YouTube channel and check that one out. We were talking about Bodhidharma, the individual who brought the Shaolin art to China, Black African man. The history says he came out of India, but we already explained that. And we're going to go deeper into that on Sunday, how India was originally black. I mean, black, that is why they have some people in southern India, they call the untouchables black like midnight. blacker than many black people. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to consider that. And prior to that, we were talking about the different saints, you know, that they have within the church structure, the Christian structure. And these are literal people that we were talking about. I'm talking about people that we know for sure existed, no argument. Saint Maurice, Saint Martin, whether you agree with the miracles that they said that they perform, we know that they are literal human beings. And as I said, that the showers are coming down. I just want to take a quick look now at some religious characters now. You know, people may argue if these individuals exist or don't exist. I mean, you know, biblical characters, you know, Christ and Moses and Noah, and of course, the holy host of angels and these different things, you know. So what I'm going to do, we're going to revisit or visit some, if you want to consider ancient artifacts, paintings, etc., just in a few minutes, giving you a prep of where we would be going with this on Sunday as well, to highlight, as we said, Africa's presence in all civilizations and cultures, and any sort of, you know, established theory that has gone worldwide. Even the Greeks culture, when we talk about the gods of Greece, Zeus and these different ones, they all come from an African origin. All right, what you're looking at here now, this is a coin, a rare coin that is taken from the reign of Justinian II. And he is from 685 to 711. This is from the Byzantine kingdom. We're speaking of Rome now, ancient Rome. And this coin now is showing you a depiction of the Christ figure with his woolly hair. On one side, you could obviously see the depiction of Justinian, and, you know, with the European style here then. And on the other side of the very same coin, you see the depiction of Christ himself, with obviously a different type of hair texture as such, and the knotty hair then, the woolly hair, and of course the structure of the cross behind of him, obviously. So that is a depiction. This is not a painting necessarily. It's not a painting at all. It's a minted coin, what people consider ancient artifacts and depicting. And this is from Byzantine Rome, you know, Justinian II, and depicting the Messiah obviously as an African, obviously as an Ethiopian. And just to clarify, you have the European version of someone that you could compare and contrast to, and you could clearly see it's two different depictions, you know. And then now, what you're looking at here, this is what is referred to as a fresco. And this is from Via Latina Catacomb, also in Rome. And this is a painting around 320 AD. And this is showing you Abraham with his son Isaac. And for sure, you see the lamb there in the corner. And Abraham is lifting his knife to make that sacrifice on his begotten son Isaac, until the angel came in and told him, well, that's not necessary. We have a lamb here for the sacrifice. You don't have to kill Isaac again. Well, give thanks for that one. So what is happening here, what you're looking at, you're looking again at a fresco. This is in Via Latina Catacomb. This is in Rome. Again, 320 AD, 320 AD. When they say that fella there, Constantine, kind of started Christianity, 325 AD. So before he actually, you know, got a hold on this religion that supposedly, you know, is his brainchild, or the angel that spoke to him. Before that, if history and records are correct, 5 years before that, you have what's his name there? You have Abraham being depicted. I'm only going with the stats, 20, 320 AD and 325 AD, you have Abraham being depicted obviously as a black man, you know. And even before I go on, you know, let me just make the point here, family. Let me just make the point. Whether you believe in Abraham, whether you believe Solomon existed, whether you believe the Bible is fake, all of that, this is not a religious discussion. It is a fact. It is a fact that all the biblical characters, whether you think they're real or not, they were all originally portrayed as being black people. Even if you believe the Christian tradition started in the hands of the Europeans portrayed them as being black. That's an important point. No need for no debate. This is nothing to argue over. It is something good for you to know. As I said before, Zeus and was, you know, Perseus and all these ones, they were black before they became the Zeus of today. I'm not saying Zeus is a real being. I'm just saying when the Zeus thing came into being, he was seen as a black man. That's just like saying, you know, they have a gray Hulk and a green Hulk. But I mean, come on. You don't have to get too lost with it. So the point I'm making is whether you believe in them or not, the point is Abraham in his original sense, as far as history can carry us now, not belief now, as far as his portrayal in Rome, 320 AD. He's seen, this is before the Nicene Council of Bishops, he's seen as the African man. All right. Then now you have, I wonder if you know what's taking place here. This is actually the resurrection of Lazarus. This is in the very same catacomb now of Via Latina at Rome there. And this is the Christ figure bringing the Lazarus figure back to life. You understand? Then now, what we have here, this one is a Dura Euporus. And this is a synagogue, this is a synagogue, pardon me. This is a painting which is showing now, this is about, before I give you the date, this is a painting of Moses and the Hebrews crossing the Red Sea. Now, as I said, this is from a synagogue, not necessarily a church. And according to the history, this painting is between 303 BC, that's before the Common Era, BCE really, or some people say before Christ, but BCE, 303, 300 years BCE, or 256 AD. So it's ranging somewhere between that. That's still a big gap. That's between 500 and 600 years. But I mean, even in its earliest state or latest state, that's a long time ago. So you could see the depiction of Moses and Aaron parting the sea, definitely as black ones. Also, you see Moses here again with the bush, speaking at the bush. The burning bush. I don't know if it's on fire here as yet, but this is in the very same synagogue. And you could see Moses is obviously portrayed as an African. Look at that. He's obviously portrayed as a black man. Woolly hair, woolly features, check his beard, you know, obvious. All right. And then this one now, this one is very dynamic. This is said to be one of the oldest pictures of the young Christ, amongst his apostles. This is in the crypt. This is the crypt of Ampeliatos. And also, yes, this is in Rome as well. And if you look good, you could see the rainbow sort of red, gold, and green above his head for sure. And this is considered to be one of the younger versions or the youngest version of a Christ painting as far as the Christ age and anciency. As a black man, all right. So you see the fullness there again, bringing someone to life. And the mystic is now all of these pictures that we're looking at, they're not African. They're not in Africa. They're all in Europe. They're all in Rome. Abraham, Moses, Lazarus coming back to life, Abraham and Isaac, the young Christ and his disciples. All of these pictures are in Rome. Now, look at that one here. I wonder if you could tell me where this is. This is not in Rome. This is in Africa. This is in Ethiopia. You can see the writings up. This is in Ethiopia. You know what I'm talking about. And this is almost more lily white than almost anything else I've seen. So you could see exactly how the reverse psychology has really come full circle, you know, amongst us. So the ancient Ethiopian, you know, manuscript, the ancient Ethiopian paintings, the ancient Ethiopian, depictions of Christ, which you can still see in Ethiopia, obviously. But many who have traveled to Ethiopia, live in Ethiopia, visit Ethiopia, you know for sure, even when you're going to some of the holy places like even Lalibela, you know, you would definitely see things you may not want to see. In fact, even the Abuna on a documentary, in fact, I featured that already when he was asked about the different paintings that they have of the Caucasian, Christ, since it's in Ethiopia. And I think the interviewer even went as far as to say, isn't it confusing? Because sometimes I see the Caucasian Christ, sometimes I see the African Christ. And the Archbishop of the Ethiopian church clearly showed her that, well, hey, listen, you know, I mean, we some people paint him how they want him to look. You know, that's why in Ethiopia you see different versions. This is what the Archbishop of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church is saying. He went as far as to say that he believed that he should be painted white because the Bible said he was a Jew, isn't it? And he's saying it with confidence now. The Bible said that he's a Jew. And we all know who the Jews are. You see where miseducation come in? I saying this now. You see where miseducation come in? You know, I've even challenged the Orthodox Church. That was a while back now when we came out with the true biblical land of Israel. Yes, I've sent the request and the challenge for those who know what I'm talking about to the Orthodox Church as well, you know, as far as the true biblical land of Israel concept. You know, for those who do not know what I'm speaking of, you should check out the copy of my book, which is the true biblical land of Israel, you know, which was written really as a theological paper, you know. And I hear ones asking about if I have PhD in this and if I have, you know, all these other things. The true biblical land of Israel, I have sent copies of that book, even in its theological paper form. And the theory of the book is that according to the Bible, the land of Israel described in the Bible geographically is Africa plus Arabia, which changes the whole dynamic of what the book is saying. That, to be honest, it changes the location of some key spots. That's why we would tell you that the city of David is on the west of the River Nile, because the whole game has changed when Israel is no longer little Palestine, but all of Africa plus Arabia, even who the true Israelites are, which are like the children of the Ethiopians unto God. So even the Archbishop of the Orthodox Church, with all due respect to him, was definitely off point when he's trying to say, well, Jesus was a Jew. And if you look at well, I don't know about Jesus, but if it's Christ we're talking about, you know, and he's trying to say he was of these people here that we know as Israelis today. An Israeli is not an Israelite, you know. So basically, he's saying, well, he has no problem with the European picture because that is the type of people that the Messiah came from. I'm telling you, as simple as the point that I'm always making about the true biblical land of Israel is. You see how far it can go? Because if you accept that point, you could never say them things there. Whether you're the archbishop or archdeacon, you would never say that. You know, because the allegory of the Bible, you know, remember the true Israelites are God-chosen people. Some people who are not chosen like to say, oh, well, nobody's chosen, we're all chosen. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. We all know what's going on. The so-called chosen people are the original people. That's really what it is. You know, if you are an original person and you don't want to take the blessings that has been bestowed upon you, that's up to you. And if you're not an original, you can't try to deny the original of his blessings. That's almost war now. Them is fighting words. You understand? So that's just the reality of what it is. So the depiction of all these biblical characters, Messiah, they were all black. I don't mean from Africa. Even if you think Europe brought Christianity to Africa, that's not even the point. When Europe brought Christianity to Africa, then let's put it that way, the disciples, the prophets, God, even the angels, they were black. Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. So anyway, make sure you join me tonight on the Tiger's Nest. Remember, this is the final edition of the Tiger's Nest for this strong. Every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we gather for the Tiger's Nest. And we'll be talking more about that tonight, going more into preparation for a gathering on Sunday. Remember, you still have a chance to get your electronic ticket for only $10, man. I mean, the level of information that we'll be giving out that evening there, I know you'll be happy when you notice, you know, the level of, you know, presentation that you'll be getting, but you're accustomed to that. But for sure, remember, anything after the 21st day of today, which is Thursday, the 21st day of October, for sure, you'll be definitely, it's $15 for the admission of that lecture on a Sunday. But anyway, whatever the case, it's still a good price that you could come in and get a good vibration with us. Hey, let me remind you before we go, you know, this is important. Keep in mind the date, the 3rd day of November. This year, 2021, this is going to be a day of celebration. It's all about Radio Anu. That is where the whole thing is being broadcasted from. Radio Anu. Again, Wednesday, the 3rd of November. Did I say October? No, I had to say November. That is the anniversary of the coronation of Menelik II, the great lion, Menelik II, and what Vaughn call him? Old Ragadan. So this is Patrons Day. This is the first Patrons Day. We intend it to be an annual thing, meaning every year on the 3rd of November. Once it's not a sabbatical, we will be coming with Patrons Day. If it is, we'll switch the day. We'll figure it out. But for sure, the point is Patrons Day, what it does really, it brings all those who definitely value what we are doing in one day. We'll be having, well, before we go there, let me show you what's going on that day. We have special guests coming in on that day. That will be a day of education. That will be a day of vibes and entertainment as well. We're going to have some special lecturers coming in to give you some quick lectures. We're going to have some special guest speakers. We'll have some special interviews. You know, I have a special guest sound that will be coming in. I think I promised that I would have released the name this time around, you know. Did I promise? I think I said so in that previous program, but anyway, you'll definitely get it because for sure I did say, all right, what's he today? My engineer is telling me that I did say so. All right, don't worry, everything is blessed. Well, we're looking to hear from Black King Sound. Yes, Black King Sound will be definitely in the house. And for those of you who are into a lot of that, you're going to hear some very special music coming from Black King Sound for sure. All right, and many other great ones. And when we come again, we'll be giving you more information, you know, and filling you up on who will be on the ticket. But hear this now. This is a day of special offers. You know, this is the day that now we show back appreciation. We're showing appreciation and you're showing appreciation. So all that we have to offer, you know, we offer many things, whether it's DVDs or documentaries or books or services or courses or classes, you know, many things are here. You could go to our shop on our website. You see the different things that we are presenting to you, that we have, you know, that we put out for sale or tender, whatever the case is for that whole day. We're going to have special offers on all of our products throughout the day. In fact, we're going to have some special moments, like some happy hours. You know, in the Babylon world, when they say happy hour is the hour for you to go and get drunk. No, but that's not how we're doing it here. Our happy hour, I'm just going to give you an example. Let's just say, you know, maybe between 1 and 2, we already have a special price on a specific item, but we're going to choose an item, and between 1 and 2, maybe if you buy 1, you get 5 free, or you get this and that and the other with it, something that's a bonus, but you would have to purchase it within that hour. All of that is a part of the Patrons Day. And remember, it's a teaching moment too, because we have to learn to love and appreciate love each other. Trust me, you know for sure, even our online lecture, I can tell you as a man to your face, even our online lecture, if my family that roll with me, I'm talking about you people that gather together and we talk and we have a good time together. You know, I love you so much. But if my family was rolling with me in the way that they should roll with me, that online lecture would just be what we was doing before, a contribution lecture. So everyone could see it, you know. To be honest, it is sad that we have to charge any money for you to come to see any online lecture. Keep in mind, our online lecture is a part of our work. You know, it's not a YouTube thing. In fact, before YouTube existed, we were traveling all up and down the planet, giving lectures, places we go for the first time, invited by no one. And then, of course, people would invite us too. So being a lecturer is actually a part of my work. So let me be clear with that. So when you hear me say we're doing online lectures, it's almost like something else I'm doing. You know, so that's why we put a price on it. I know some of you like to say, oh, you don't have to charge people for these things because it's God work. You totally miss what's going on here, you know. But as you could obviously see, we come on the internet sometimes 2-3 times a day, always have something to give, something to offer, enough information. We have a radio station you do not have to pay a dime to listen to it. And when you click into that, it's just pure knowledge and vibes and inspiration all day long, coming to you, coming to you, coming to you, coming to you. So when we say, hey, we're going to have a special lecture now, that we're going to even crank up the information. We're going to compress the information, make sure you get a couple hours of just solid stats. And all we're asking is a $10 from you. No, I'm very, very, very serious. If you really value the work, and that is something hard to do, you understand, that is why we have to do that. But if we would show more appreciation, if we would show more love for the value we would get, we receive, I would come and say, hey, I'm doing the next online lecture and I'm not charging for it. You understand? We're just going to open the contribution box, and those who want to contribute, you could definitely contribute. And the rest of you who maybe cannot contribute, you'll still get the lecture. It's not a problem. But what you see happen is, you know, I don't want to show the business to the world, but as I always say, they have a few people that are always with me. Always with me, But in my book, honestly, it's not good enough. The vast majority of us need to show more appreciation for the information that's coming. That's just my opinion. And it's nothing for anyone to feel bad about. Because you may say, oh, well, Ross, maybe we don't think it's worth it. No problem. I agree. That's why we charge $10 now. So those who believe that it's worth it, they will come along, and you will see who would believe that is not worth it. What do you think? Because it's a teaching process, family. We're talking about building a nation, and if we don't even learn how to deal with each other and value what each others do, trust me, we're not going to reach too far. And I usually always say to people, when you hear me talk like this, I'm speaking to those who say out of their mouth, that's a good work you're doing. I respect what you're doing. That's a good program. I learn a lot. Hey, that has changed my life. I've never heard anything like that. I'm not telling people to say that. People say these things. So when you speak like that, it's actually your duty, as they say, to put your money where your mouth is, because people's heart is in their pockets. Nobody can tell me nothing. Your heart is in your pocket. You can talk from now till the cows come home. When it comes to spending your money, you spend it on what you like and love. Trust me. So yeah, I'm being clear here. So you still have until tonight. The real people, you still have until tonight, the 31st of October, family, to get your ticket for Sunday. Only $10, you know? And as I'm saying, on the Patreon's Day now, on the Patreon's Day, yeah, the real supporters who consider themselves real supporters, you're supposed to step up. I'm not talking about my chosen few who's always with me. I mean, the rest of you. You should step up on Patreon's Day. Even if you come with pennies, you're going to be able to leave with so much because we are giving back. We're going to make sure that we can make all that we have available to anyone who has a heart that will contribute to the works that they see us doing. That's not even contributing, that's patronizing. The contribution to the work now is on the Webathon. Just like a telethon, when people pledge and people give and donate on that day for a special cause. Well, the special cause is what we are doing. You understand? As you know, we do several essay competitions throughout the year. Everything we do is child-oriented, going towards the minds and the hearts of children. Definitely, family. So, your brother is just talking to you like a brother. Sometimes you need to hear it like that, because we dizzy-dazzy and dilly-dally and we're not thinking straight in this time. You know, a lot of us, we just caught up. We caught up Facebook, Instagram. We like, our life is just scrolling up and down a phone. Trust me, scrolling up and down a phone. We inside of these, we call these stuff here that we in here. We call it these media, social media stuff, like sitting ducks. You don't know, even if you're on YouTube or wherever, you don't know it's a war zone you're in. You see the problem with us? We're in a war, but we're not at war. We are in a war, but we're not at war. Because we ain't fighting. We taking all the blows. We are in a war, but we're not at war. And that's a very serious and dread thing, you know. But anyway, give thanks is almost like I started another lecture there. Anyway, yeah, so for sure, Wednesday the 3rd of November, high-grade herb, that's what high-grade herb does. But Wednesday the 3rd of November, again, from 6 a.m. to 12 midnight, family, for the whole day. It's a full day of vibration, celebrating the launch of Radio Anu. A wonderful day, man. I'm going to be in my Dan, man, trust me. Yeah, and of course, the Priest Isaac's Institute of Holistic Knowledge. And listen to me, on that evening, 7 p.m., it will be the Tiger's Nest, as always, but it's going to be a special edition of the Tiger's Nest. I'm going to be carrying you up until 12 midnight. Yeah, we're just going to be holding the vibration up, you know, in a righteousness of salvation. But anyway, tune into the website, man. Tune into Radio Anu, priestisaacinstitute.com. And of course, email us, priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. All right. Give thanks to the life giver and the keeper of life. Enough said. Holy Emmanuel, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Blessed love. Give thanks.